Well, hey, it's good to see you again. My name is Jaded Ben, and welcome back to another Wax Showcase video where that which can be destroyed must be destroyed. It is the end of November, coming up on December. I'm actually filming this video a couple days before it's getting released, so I can actually say that now. You know, actually it's true. It's long sleeve weather here in Texas. I'm wearing my awesome Lunar Chamber long sleeve when I got to see them live at Austin Death Fest. But we're going to be talking about some more incredible music. I'll talk about this one in a future video. We're going to start by what is playing in the background just right over there today, and that is going to be Chunked with Inhaling the Infestation. These guys are from Kingsport, Tennessee. This is the band's first demo out in 2023. The tape was done via Corpse Gristle Records in Texas, and it was limited to 50 copies on black, and the one I have, which is 50 copies on red. This is nothing but just 19 minutes of just sludgy, heavy as shit death metal from the Deep South. So a lot of good tracks on here, such as Pulsating Excrement, which you're hearing in the background right now, Concrete Veins, and Submerged in Rotten Sewage being a couple incredible tracks. I see big things for these dudes in the future, so hopefully we'll get an album from them in 2025. And of course I'll cover it if it does come out, but that's what's going to be playing in the background today. Speaking of just super heavy fucking death metal, we're going to be talking about a release that came out this year that is from the Oakland group known as Necrot with Lifeless Birth. As you can see in all of its glory, mine is signed by the 3 members. We've actually managed to catch these guys 3 times this year. We caught them in the very beginning of the year at the Braze Queens tour with Municipal Waste and Ghoul and Dead Heat. Then we got them the second time headlining alongside Bat and Street Tombs at Sadistic Force. And then finally we caught them not too long ago at the Little Darling for a free show done by Thrasher Magazine and Vans and No Comply Skate Shop here in Austin with Ninth Circle and Paradise out of Austin. So a lot of hardcore fans of that show. So of course those guys absolutely were digging Necrot, though I already knew about this. I've known about these guys for a little under 5 years now. But the band's most recent album out in 2024 on Tank Crimes Records. So many badass fucking riffs and breakdowns and shit on this fucking album. It is insane. Cut the Cord, Drill the Skull, Winds of Hell, and Dead Memories. Dead Memories, of course, being a strong contender for possible breakdown of the year. You get to do a whole awards video and stuff, so we'll see how that plays out. But I remember hearing that live at the Little Darling show and absolutely losing my fucking mind, because God, it's fucking heavy. But these guys are also just some of the nicest fucking guys ever. In case you can't tell, I'm actually holding 2 copies because I have 2 different variants in my possession, one of which is signed, the other is not. I didn't want to bring 2 of them because I don't want to bother people. So the whole premise of this release is just sheer death and groove and just fun. Just like, this album is absolutely stunning with how much like memorability it has inside of it. It's about a 30-something minute runtime, and every single track hits hard. The only track we didn't see off of this was the 8-minute closer called The Curse, which I don't believe they've played yet. Fingers crossed they will if we see them a 4th time, but we've got some concert footage in the background, some are throughout this little bit here, but absolutely awesome to talk about these guys in particular here. Let me show you guys the back cover as well. There's the back cover. Absolutely incredible artwork. I don't know who exactly did the artwork for this. I'll leave the name of the person on the screen here so you can go and check them out. But it is absolutely stunning. And if you open the whole thing, it is just this one whole piece, which is absolutely insane. And of course what you guys came here to see, and that is going to be the vinyl. The first edition I have is the Golden Nugget, which is a self-addressed stamped envelope exclusive, limited to 200 copies and change. The reason I say and change is because I got it when Tank Crimes posted that they had extras, and they put up about, I think, 20 for sale. I have no idea exactly how many, but I was told some of those were put up for sale, and I went ahead and grabbed that. And the second variant is this incredible green and blue merge with yellow and black splatter. Absolutely gorgeous variant. I actually ended up pre-ordering the tricolor version and getting the gold copy later because I knew that gold copy was going to be something cool worth grabbing, and it's a little extra little bonus feature that not everybody has. So Necrot, Lifeless Birth, honestly go and check these guys out. This was an absolutely incredible album and might end up very, very high on my album of the year list. So stay tuned for that too. Okay, speaking of albums that is very, very high on my album of the year list, we're going to talk about the new album from CU Space Cowboy entitled Coup de Grace, out on Pure Noise Records. Love the embossed work on that. This is the, I believe, third full-length album from this metalcore group. These guys, absolutely one of the most creatively interesting albums I've heard this entire year, because basically the whole thing was described as this cabaret meets math rock meets hardcore meets metalcore meets all sorts of awesome heavy stuff in an album. This album actually features Iris.exe on the tracks such as Allow Us to Set the Scene, Respite for a Tragic Tale, and Curtain Call, which is just insane because it makes you feel like you're sitting in a dark piano lounge listening to a cabaret singer, and then all of a sudden it drops you on your head with some of the heaviest riffs I've heard this entire year. Subtle Whispers to Take Your Breath Away, Red Wine and Discontent, Silhouettes in Motion, and Chewing the Scenery. Again, we're talking about awesome breakdowns. Chewing the Scenery is up there. We'll see how well that places. But as of this moment in time, this is sitting in my top 5 because it is easily one of the best discoveries I've had all year. Thank a coworker named Mason for shouting these guys out to me. And this album came out and I haven't gone back since. This particular release, again, covers a wide range of sounds and textures and all sorts of cool things that I feel like any metalhead that listens to just even the slightest amount of hardcore would be, should be listening to. That is just a personal opinion of mine, and I believe there's a little bit of fact in there as well. The variant that I have is the Black Ice and Milky Clear half and half, black inside of those with a metallic silver and white splatter. Absolutely incredible variant. This was advertised as a black inside red and milky clear, but they ended up having to change it, and I don't know why. This was 200 copies, and I believe sold out in a matter of less than a day, maybe 2. Either way, absolutely incredible album. I'm super glad to see these guys getting the love that they deserve, and I hope to see them here in Austin again sometime in the near future, because these guys absolutely fucking rule. And I would very, very much love to talk to them and let them know how much this album means to me. But we'll hopefully get to that in the future. Okay, we are going to let's turn to an old classic. One celebrating 25 years. You might have seen it in the thumbnail, possibly, and that is Opeth's Still Life. Out in 1999 on Peaceville Records, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that was the label at the time. One of the band's early concept albums, and easily one of the strongest efforts they ever did in the 90s. This album is nothing but just fucking beauty and grace and diabolical energy all wrapped into one. You start with the 11.5-minute opener, The More, and you kind of stumble your way through with God's Head Lament and Benighted. Benighted has that super... I love that guitar part on there, and I don't think I'm ever going to be able to learn it because it just sounds fucking impossible. This also has possibly one of my favorite Opeth songs ever in the form of Serenity Painted Death, being a 9-minute and 14-second track. Absolutely insane. Something about that track, it just speaks to me, and I love the energy and the flow and the riffs, and Michael's vocals are absolutely mental on that song, and also just this album in general. Again, this is the 25th anniversary pressing out on Peaceville Records, and it comes on this incredible black with red splatter. I'm not sure if you can see that. There you go, there's a good shot. Black with red splatter. There was no limitation specified as far as I'm aware, but I will put it on the screen for us if I can find it. This album means a lot, and as I am slowly completing my Opeth collection, I realize how much harder some of these albums are going to be. I'm still missing about 4 of their albums in total. That includes the new one, which I have on the way. It's coming soon. I was going to talk about it in this video. It got delayed. Just bear with me, it'll be here. But in the meantime, we're going to talk about just this incredible fucking album. If you do not have a copy of this yet, go and grab it before it sells out, because I doubt they're going to repress this anytime soon. Go grab a copy, listen to Opeth if you haven't already, or just spin it if you love Opeth. You know, what else can I say? Okay, we've got 3 more left. Good lord, how many records have I talked about here? Jesus. We are going to talk about another brand new record, and that is going to be the brand new album from noise rock Chat Pile out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. I have some family in Tulsa, Oklahoma, so this is a very, very funny album to me, because you see that image there. That's basically what Oklahoma is if you've never visited. It is, as they put on their last album, God's country, basically. But these guys are easily some of the quirkiest and also some of the heaviest songwriting of the year. I Am Dog Now, Camcorder, Mask, Milk of Human Kindness, and No Way Out being some incredible favorites of mine. I got into these guys in 2022, going into 2023, when I heard about, I believe it was the Remove Your Skin Please, and then eventually I ended up grabbing a copy of God's Country and the 10 Killer soundtrack. And the rest is history. I've yet to see these guys. Sadly, I won't be getting to see these guys because we have a show scheduled the same day that they're going to be in Austin. So sadly, I'm not going to have any concert footage of these guys anytime soon, but hopefully that'll change in 2025 and we get to talk about these guys a little bit more. The particular reception to this album was absolutely incredible. Some people are putting this as high as their album of the year already, and it's only been out for a couple of months. The variants, every single variant sold out in like near record time. I was actually very happy to snag a copy that I did, and I'll show you that now. That is, of course, is the gold and black pinwheel with white splatter. This was an Evil Greed exclusive. I had to order this from Europe, but ended up getting here. I believe the limitation on it was 300 copies. Limitation on screen, as per usual. Editing Ben doing his job. But absolutely incredible album. I would very much love to cross these guys off my list, my concert watch list at some point, so I'm holding out hope. In the meantime, go jam it. Chat Pile with Cool World. I didn't say that at the start there, but Cool World and Chat Pile. So go jam these guys. Fucking awesome. Okay, 2 more. And very a lot of new releases that I haven't had the chance to cover yet in this video. The next one, of course, is going to be Blood Incantation with Absolute Elsewhere out in 2024 on Century Media Records. Again, as you can see, mine is signed 1, 2, 3, 4, and where's the 5th one? 5, right there. All of the members of the live lineup, including their keyboard player, Mr. Nicholas, signed this for me. We actually just saw them about a week and a half ago at Come and Take It Live, them performing this album in its entirety. And I will tell you, this album goes from death metal to like 70s Pink Floyd, and Genesis, and Yes, and all sorts of like prog rock on the other side of the spectrum, and it does so fluidly and so tastefully. This album is a staggering 44 minutes long, side A and side B, of course, being the Stargate and the Message, respectively. Again, these tracks flow by. The Message does have a little bit more of that sort of prog rockiness, and the Stargate, of course, has more of that death metal stuff in there. But either way, just absolutely fucking incredible. And again, the artwork on this is absolutely stunning. Seeing these dudes live again, for this would be our 3rd time, was just incredible because, as you can see in the concert footage, the fucking the fucking monoliths on either side of the stage with the light up letters and the fucking lights and everybody losing their minds on just how enthralling the performance was. People, of course, paying homage to that through moshing and also just staring in just sheer amazement. It was so much fun. The variant of this record that I picked up is the band exclusive clear version. They had this one on the tour, so I'm going to let you know if you don't have a copy of this already. It's on tour, and also it's on the band's website, so I of course bought this beforehand. Limited to 1,000 copies, band web store exclusive. Absolutely killer release. I'm going to be probably a little controversial here, and I will say this is probably not their best work. That, of course, is probably Star Spawn to me, but I see a lot of really good moments in this. I think I can see this album growing on me even more so in the time following. I can definitely say seeing it live does this album so much justice, and I will say my enjoyment of this album has just gone up exponentially over the last month and a half. So if this isn't near the top of the list, if this isn't on my final top 30 or top 40 at the end of the year, something's wrong with me, and I'll fix it sometime in 2025 because that's when we have time to do those things. Okay, we are going to talk about the last record, and that is going to be On Death with More Insane, out in 2024 on Prosthetic Records. These dudes are from Rochester, New York. Again, we just saw these guys with Tribal Gaze and Gates to Hell not too long ago. The band is on a fucking hot streak as of late. Started with Legions of a Different Kind, into Rise from the Grave, into this, just absolutely insane. These dudes, honestly, I'd say the sky's the limit for these guys. And tracks like Dead from Beyond, Brandish the Blade, which has a very similar Rise from the Grave vibe, if you know what I'm talking about. If you hear the song Rise from the Grave, Brandish the Blade is almost identical to that song, and I'm not complaining, I love both of those songs. We've also got Wailing Cadavers. That guttural at the end is just fucking mental. But also, Detachment of a Prophylactic in the Brain kind of has almost a Carcass necroticism vibe. So if you there's a lot of playing off their influences on this record. The artwork is absolutely insane. I need to pick up a t-shirt of this, probably in black if I could find it. The back cover of this, again, as you can see, is just fucking stunning. I wish I could have gotten this one signed. I got it the day after we saw them. I'm so mad. I did get a copy of another record signed, but again, we'll talk about that in a future video as well. The variant that I grabbed is on this incredible white and gray smoke. There you go, there's a good shot. I don't remember the exact name of this. I think it was something to do with Bone Swirl. All I can tell you is that this was a Decimal Magazine exclusive and was limited to 100 or 200 copies. On screen here. My brain is bad. I've been having a lot of rough days here lately, but that's okay. On Death obviously is just going to make those things better, so go ahead and listen to this if you haven't already. And as well with the rest of these records, I'm going to leave the links in the description if you want to go ahead and listen to those. And as always, I appreciate you for being here. Stay safe, stay metal, and I'll catch you next time.